legends done ran down on your man Ant, and I'm glad to see it. Let's talk about it. What's up, Hoop Heads? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check, checking in one more time for the real Hoop Heads. And as always, thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, and of course, your questions. Keep bringing those questions in. You already know what it is, man. Each and every Wednesday evening, Q&A with your boy Skinny, and you already know what it is, man. We have a great time. The questions that you guys have been bringing in, definitely got to give kudos to you guys. The questions that you guys have been bringing in have been fire, thought-provoking, entertaining. Definitely gets has me thinking throughout my day when I'm trying to come up with the right answer for your questions, because some of these questions are very in-depth. So I definitely appreciate you guys. As always, tip of the cap to the hoop heads out there, from the VIPs all the way down to the newbies. You already know what it is, man. Much love and much appreciation. Thank you all, and continue to leave those questions. You already know, my ladies, my fellas in the Hoop Head Haven, you already know I'm always constantly laying down the gauntlet, encouraging y'all to empty those clips out. I definitely love and enjoy our Wednesday evening interaction. So keep them coming, man. Appreciate y'all. And speaking of shout outs, you already know what it is, man. It's time to give a shout out to the squad. These are my guys. These are the guys that I stand with. They rock with me. I rock with them. We support each other right here in this basketball YouTube space. So you already know what it is, man. Definitely got to give a big shout out to my main man, Sports and Fitness Rants, the inspiration of this channel. Definitely got to give him his respect and his flowers while he's here. You already know what it is. Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Angry Oak Hoops, Uncut Hoops, my twin, Phenomenal Fitness. You already know what it is. Big shout out to you, bro. Ticket TV, Man Down Sports, Prince Sports, Geechee Life Sports Talk, Kobe Bryant Film Room, Jordan versus LeBron, Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best, NMB Sports TV. Definitely got to give a shout out to The Real Mind Crime, Shekel Storm NBA. Check him out, man. He just dropped a video not long ago about yours truly in the basketball philosophy of Skinny Hardaway. You already know what it is, man. Big shout outs to him. His channel is very entertaining. Man, he comes with it. It's a different approach. Definitely it's definitely needed in this space. I hope you guys check him out. Big shout outs go out to big shout outs also go out to the Alan Ricks TV and NBA Facts Self Research. Definitely got to tune in with him. One of my favorite channels personally. No frills, just facts, man. You know what I'm saying? He just brings it. Hey, it's not even about you liking it or not liking it. It's just that you just gonna have to accept that it's black and white numbers, man. Black and white numbers in letters, man. You already know what it is, man. Numbers on the board. Big shout outs to these guys, man. These are the guys that I rock with, man. We all come from different walks of life. We have different approaches to the game, different approaches to our content. Some are more on the educational side. Others are more on the entertainment side, but the majority of us, we're somewhere in the middle. So big shout outs to all my guys. Oh, and can't forget my guy, Hoop God, one of the latest guys that I've gotten in tune with. Definitely a wealth of basketball knowledge right there. Big shout outs to you, bro. And you already know what it is, man. We got another closed door meeting. No new hoop heads to add into the Hoop Head Haven. So today's session is going to be a short one, a relatively short one. And, well, you already know what it is, closed door meeting. So let's get down to it, man. We all know about the dumb statements that Anthony Edwards had made. We here at Retro Heat Check, definitely we touched on that. Definitely touched on that. We definitely discussed that within the comment section of the Hoophead Haven. Ant Edwards' disrespectful comments towards the old school basketball legends, saying that they don't have no skills and blah blah. You know, just stupid, disrespectful stuff, man. We already, you know, saying destroyed. You know, saying we already came with the facts and had to destroy him real quick, but people weren't done with them. And definitely the old school, in particular Magic Johnson and Kevin Garnett, definitely letting him know, man, his place. Magic Johnson basically saying, in other words, that you're not a winner. You're not the winner of my caliber to even speak to me in a disrespectful way, saying that I'm not skilled, and saying that also saying that only Kobe Bryant was the only NBA legend who won an NBA championship early, and everybody else just went through years of losing. When Magic Johnson actually won the NBA championships, and not only his rookie year, but it's also his third year. And by the time he reached his sixth year, he'd been in 4 NBA finals. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? It's like, what are you talking about, man? Like, this dude is a winner. This dude was a winner at Michigan State, won an NCAA championship. This dude was a winner at Michigan in East Lansing High, bringing home state titles there as well. Like, this dude is a winner no matter where he's gone. He's always won. And for to have a dude who really has not done too much winning, okay, you won the high school, you know, your high school state championship, although it was within the Christian schools, so you wasn't really playing the killers for real. Let's just put that all the way out there. Using them Christian school leagues, bro. You wasn't really playing against the cream of the crop like that in the regular season and throughout the tournament and stuff like that. So it's like, but anyways, yeah, you won your state championship. You came in you lost in the FIBAs, then you just won an Olympic gold. Not enough winning compared to Magic Johnson's 5 NBA championships, an NCAA championship, plus several high school state championships. So you ain't done enough winning, but he wasn't done. Kevin Garnett, the Timberwolves legend, probably the greatest Timberwolf ever, had to pull him to the side, let him know his disrespectful ways and his speech is he's not that. He ain't done nothing. He's nobody compared to these guys, man. He's a young punk. He needs to stay in his lane. And I'm glad that the old school dudes is coming out now and starting to check these young dudes, man. And I'm glad that Anthony Edwards is the example being used, because this is going to be the new way things are handled now. Any of these young dudes talk stuff, man. These NBA legends are going to come out and they're going to spaz on you. They're going to let you know exactly where you at. They're going to let you know exactly that you ain't no winner. They're going to let you know exactly that you ain't accomplished nothing to even speak on them. I'm so glad to see it. It was cool when Bob Cousy checked JJ Redick's bum ass. I'm sorry for cussing, but he is a bum. I do not like JJ Redick. He is a bum. So disrespectful how he spoke to Bob Cousy, and I'm so glad that when Bob Cousy snapped back, JJ Redick really did not. He had nothing to say. He could not say anything. I'm digging that. John Stockton been letting everybody who's within earshot, letting everybody know that LeBron is a fraud. LeBron ain't that. LeBron is not all-time great in comparison to guys like Michael Jordan and stuff like that, and that he could not survive in the 90s. John Stockton let it be known. John Stockton always been busting shots at the flop king. And definitely, even though I could not stand John Stockton or Karl Malone or the Utah Jazz as an organization, I definitely had a lot of respect for John Stockton for what he did to the game and how he helped carry the game on, and definitely carried as an ambassador of the game, especially as a member of the OG Dream Team. Definitely. Big shout out to him. So I'm glad that he's sticking up for his heir, and seeing Magic Johnson followed up by Kevin Garnett, among others, among a plethora of other legends, such as, Dominique Wilkins checking people. That was needed. Uh, um, Rick Barry checking people. Much needed. We need more of these old school guys to come out and let these young, dumb, disrespectful, not only these players, these ex-players, also the media. I'm glad to see it. It's time to step up. It's too much disrespect. We were reared, and I've said this before. We were reared as young basketball fans. We were reared to respect and admire those that came before us. It was like you never heard an NBA player really come out and say anything disrespectful about the legends, outside of Shaquille O'Neal having his little underground beef with Bill Walton, the late great Bill Walton. And I'm glad that they patched it up before, before it was too late. But at the time, Shaq took some offense to some words that Bill had said on air when he was with the NBA on NBC, and a beef started, a underground beef. Only, you had to really be a hoop junkie to really know about that beef, man. But yeah, I mean, that was really the only instance that I can remember coming up of beef between the current era and the old school era, like definitely public. But these old school legends, man, they are minding their business, and they getting sniped at. They getting sniped at by dudes that are getting paid more, but people are watching the game less. People don't care about these guys, man. And this is part of the reason why the product is so trash, because y'all don't even respect those that came before you. So how should anybody respect you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad to see the old school guys just really standing up for themselves and really putting these guys in their place, because these young dudes need it. They need to be embarrassed. I'm glad to see Ant Edwards getting roasted online repeatedly. It's needed. He needs this. This is going to humble him. I hope it does, because Lord forbid he has a ending to his career like Penny Hardaway or Brandon Roy. We would hate to see that. We would hate to see that. But at the same time, though, would anybody care if that happened? Very little people would, because he doesn't respect those that came before. He doesn't really respect the game, because respecting the legends is part of the game. Because there would not be a game to be played without these legends laying it on the line. Some of these guys had to get jobs in the off season. Some of these guys had to go to war. Some of these guys, they were dealing with the dark ages, like the TV blackouts, and games not being performed live, and the ABA just beating the crap out of them in viewership and ratings, and people having to sacrifice, and the drugs, and the violence and the fighting and stuff that was back in the days, man. The game wasn't refined, but they survived and they thrived, and many legends came up out of there, and it cultivated, and was able to grow when Magic and Bird came into the game, and then they were able to grow it even further when Michael Jordan stepped into the scene, and then by the time he reached his zenith, the game went global. And the players of today, they are enjoying these things. They are enjoying all the hard work and the fruits of the labor of the guys that came before them, but yet and still these guys are so blind because they've been coddled their whole lives. And it shows, because these guys they are petulant, they are disrespectful, they expect everything to be catered to them. They're entitled. Everything that is wrong with today's athlete, these guys represent it today. And they definitely showed their disdain for the old school every day, and I'm so glad to see it. But I will have to say, before I close, I wish that there was one voice that would get out there and really let these boys have it, because I feel that if this guy's voice was heard and this guy ever snapped back and clapped back at any of these disrespectful young players, the whole sports world would stop and listen. And that would be the one, the only, the GOAT, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Michael is very classy. He's a very classy dude. And LeBron and his people have said stuff about him. Anthony Edwards, JJ Redick. The list goes on and on and on and on. Gilbert Arenas, on and on and on. And people that just had something negative to say about Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan has brought nothing but. Michael Jordan is the reason why people got paid today. Michael Jordan is the reason why sneaker deals are where they're at. Michael Jordan he brought the product of the NBA to the world. No other player can do that. You owe your paychecks to this man, and you have stuff to say about him. And because he's so classy, he doesn't say anything. It's people like me and other people that are way more prominent than I am, that have to speak up on his behalf, because he's the GOAT. He should not have to defend himself. But at the same time, I really wish that he would just step out one time and let these people know exactly where they compare to him and that they don't compare to him. I would love for him to just sit up there and put his rings up, put his numbers up, put his accolades up, and say, let's go. Game for game. Accolade for accolade. Band for band. Let's do it. Because nobody will want to do that with Mike. Because I think if Mike stepped out and let people know exactly how he feels about them for real and how he thinks about their game, there'd be a whole lot of hurt feelings around here. Because we all know that the NBA product is nothing without Michael Jordan. The sneaker game ain't nothing without Michael Jordan. The basketball culture ain't nothing without Michael Jordan. He cultivated this basketball culture. Let's keep it a buck. The modern culture that you see today was cultivated around Michael Jordan, because that's how much of an impact Michael had on the game. MJ was the game. He's the greatest ambassador, not of basketball, just of sports, period. And to disrespect him in any way should let you know exactly where you stand as a person. And Anthony Edwards is definitely feeling the brunt of his disrespectful views and comments of those that came before him. And I'm glad, and I hope that the next dumb young player or ex-player, whoever, or pundit comes out their face and say something stupid, I hope that the same vitriol, I hope the same reaction happens to them too, because these people need to be put on blast. They need to be reminded of their place within the sports world. And Anthony Edwards is getting his lesson in life. So, with that being said, we're going to close it right there. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, man. It's Tuesday evening. You already know, man. I hope you guys had a great day today. You guys know the new schedule right now. While we're working on this project at work, there will be days where I will have to stay over a little bit or work some overtime or whatever. So there may be days where a video may not be done, because quite frankly, I'm probably just too worn out from the day. But you already know what it is. I'm gonna at least try to give you guys Q&A Wednesdays, Wear Your Sneaker Friday, and I'm at least touch on something at least once out of the week. But other than that, man, I hope that you guys have a great evening. Hope you guys continue to love on your loved ones, love on them babies. You already know what it is. Tomorrow's not promised. Be a blessing, not a burden. Be a helping hand if you can. You already know. Man, just be there. Be a good citizen. Don't do nothing stupid. Be responsible. Be respectful. You already know you already know the motto. Clear head and good intentions in your heart. You up out of here. You already know, man. You can go far, man. And with that being said, man, it's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. I'll leave you with these words. Peace. and wear your sneakers.